Hello, everyone. This is the G&G Podcast with your hosts, Gina, and co-host, Gino. Say hi there.
That's me.
Yes, yes, we're giving you a special Labor Day podcast today. How's everyone doing? How are they dealing with that heat out there? Super hot. I know
At
he had the
least
same.
out here on the coast of California, burning up.
Yeah, even he's getting the desert weather. I think I sent it to him.
Yeah, except
He's
that,
not.
except not the dry part. It's just 100 degrees and still 60+% humidity. So
He's not appreciating that, of course.
no.
Well, we've been humid. It's been gross. I mean, it's been like terrible. I'm literally like getting to pick up your sister, and it's like 1,050% humidity. So I'm like kind of just jumping out of the car when as soon as the bell rings, like hurry up! At least she's getting out quick and getting to the car fast. But but yeah, thought we would start the show off as we always do with our favorite baseball. So we're going to start off talking about, of course, our teams. Number one, most importantly, the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Gino, take it away.
Well, I mean, what's there to say about my team? Not a whole lot right now. I mean, Judge is the only one that seems to be on his game. They're still struggling as they were last time we spoke. I mean, they're in first, and that's what's important. But they seem to be underperforming. But yeah, Judge is on pace for setting the American League record for home runs in a single season. I mean, on pace to set a non-steroid record. So
Yes, that's the part that's really impressive. I love Judge. I think he's a monster. I mean, he is just like strong, and he's just like a likable guy too, which it helps, because those steroid guys that you're talking about, I think about like the Jose Canseco's and people
Mark
like that.
McGuire.
Mark McGuire's, they were just jerks, and it's like maybe the steroids made them that way. But I do not miss that kind of baseball. I really like the purity, of a guy like Judge he's just pure talent. He's just from top to bottom. He's just amazing. He's definitely my favorite Yankee, for sure. But we still got a good shot. We still got a good shot for those two, the Dodgers and them to
That would be
play each other.
cool. I mean,
I
without a
know.
question, the Dodgers are in position to get there. So
Oh, I can't wait. I've been watching my team. I mean, they are like on fire. On fire. Wow, look at that. Look at that, people. Look at that. Will Smith in the building.
yeah, Will Smith has really shown up to be a good player.
He really has. Yeah, what a talent he is. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites. I mean, I know him and Mookie are probably my two favorites right now, currently on the team. But they got like stacked amount of talent right now. Just
Oh yeah, they're on it.
everybody's just they're on it. Yeah. So I mean, they're not disappointing. That's for sure. That is for sure. Look at that. Love it. Love it. Love it. And that newer kid. That what is this? Trace. What's his last name?
Who?
Trace. Is it Trace? I don't know. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's one of their
Oh,
newer
Trace
guys.
Thompson.
Thompson. I called him Turner. Nope, not that same guy. That's a T. Yeah, Trace Thompson. He's pretty good. Good guy. I've been impressed with his hitting of late.
He's older. He hasn't.
Yeah, yeah. He's one of the older guys.
Well, it's just I don't recognize the name, but he's been playing in the big since 2015 supposedly.
Yeah, he has. Isn't he like 30 or something? I don't know, something like that.
91. So.
Yeah, he's 31.
Uh,
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so I've been seeing
he's
him.
from Santa Margarita.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Nickname Rocco's uncle. I don't know what that means, but
Yeah, we don't know where that came from, but that's interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, your team is good.
Yes. I'm very excited. I mean, I'm getting like super excited for the playoffs. How many games do we have till the playoffs come?
Dodgers have played 133, so that means what, 29 games left?
Oh wow. Woo! I love it. This is like I said, this is the time, like I said in the first podcast
Look
we
at
did, this is
that
the time.
Elton John bobblehead.
Oh no. They do some strange promotions, don't
Yeah.
they?
My
They do
dad and
some
I were
strange-
thinking of seeing, they're playing the Cardinals at the end of the month at Dodger Stadium, so we might go see them in person.
Awesome. Awesome.
That's a
Jealous.
potential playoff matchup too, so.
Yes. Yes it is. Yes it is. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I know we have a little time before the playoffs go, but when they get to the start of the playoffs, we'll definitely have to do our like review or brackets or whatever you want to call it.
What do you
of
think
we
of
think.
this guy, Andrew Heaney? He's on the Hill today.
I don't know too much about him. He's got a good ERA? Where's he at?
2.1 seems good. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Going up against a guy named Logan Webb. Not too familiar with him.
I did see him pitch a couple games ago though. He is good though. I mean he did a good job.
Dodgers haven't posted their lineup yet, but Giants have got Brinson Lewis in center, batting first, Wilmer Flores, J.D. Davis, Evan Longoria, the old timer now,
Oh yeah.
Tyro Estrada, Brandon Crawford, Austin Wynns, David Villar, and Bryce Johnson. Yeah, I
They're
don't know.
playing
The
today?
Giants, yeah, tonight, 7 o'clock. Giants suck. I don't know why. I mean, I know
I
that.
love it though.
Yeah, I mean, didn't last year they had a better record than the Dodgers even?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
So
Good.
I don't know what changed from last year to this year, but they fell off hard.
Yeah, they did, and I love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it because you know how I feel about the Giants. Um, but yeah, it's getting exciting. It's getting closer. It's like I said, this is the time. This is the time, and I just want to keep that streak alive. Keep winning. you know. Yeah, poor Bill though. He's just really he's still hopeful for his Orioles.
They're
but
3.5 back of the wild card.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
They could do it still.
Yeah, they can. But I've been trying to be supportive and cheering them on for him. but yeah, he's to the point where like if we have like the Dodgers on and they're like the other night they were up like 12-2 or something like that. It was something ridiculous. And he's like, "Oh, I'm turning a movie on." He's like, they're just so dominant that he's like, he doesn't even want to watch the whole game. He's just like, "Oh, let's just turn this off." Turn this off.
It's lame.
I know. I'm like, gosh, come on. I watch your team. I watch the entire game. What you talking about? Yeah, it's funny. And of course, when football starts, which we'll be getting into next, oh boy, that's gonna be interesting. The Dodgers
You'll
will
have to
always
watch
be.
every snap of a Packers game.
Oh yes. Speaking of the Packers, do you think they're gonna be anything this season? I mean,
The projection has them having the best record in the NFC, so
oh, still like hearing that. Yeah. That's gonna
well,
be interesting.
Aaron Rodgers is back-to-back MVP, so
Yeah, he's amazing. He's a strange one, but he's good. He's really good at what he does. Yeah. But no, I mean, I can't believe it starts next week.
this week, really, right? Thursday night. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the reminder, Gino. I really forgot. It's actually this Thursday.
That'll be Bills at the Rams. That should be a good game. Defending world champs against really good, maybe the best team in the AFC.
Yeah, that's gonna be an exciting game. It'll be a really good game. So I'm looking forward to seeing that one. I'm just looking forward to like good football. I really don't care, like, obviously the Packers will be my number one, but I definitely look forward to good football. And so the fact that the Packers are like, oh wow, I can't believe that's so great. That's great to hear. They're kind of the projected favorite in the NFC, huh?
Yep.
Awesome. How about the AFC?
I think it was Bills number 1.
The Baltimore Ravens
Chiefs
are in the
number
Big Apple
2.
to start the
So Bills 1, Chiefs 2, Colts 3, and Chargers 4. My team is not projected to do so well, but that's expected.
I know.
They're projected to be better than one team, the Texans, and that's about it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I always feel for Gino because it's the Jets, folks, and the Jets are the Jets. So I'm always
Hey, they were not too long ago. They had a decent team, but not recently.
You were a bit younger then when that happened, but now I'm always pulling for Gino's team. Though I'm always trying to be supportive because Packers are NFC, so I could definitely root for Jets.
Let's see, Packers week 1 have got the Vikings on the road, and the Jets take on Baltimore at home. Did you know that the Jets have to travel to Lambeau this season?
No!
Yeah.
Whoa, that's going to be exciting. When? I wonder when that game happens.
It's like week 6, I think.
So that's like after your birthday, huh?
Yeah.
Because I know you're going to be coming out for your birthday, like you always do. That's always expected.
I am.
We'll do that. Yes, you better.
We'll do it though. How about we do it the weekend of that game, October 16th?
Yes.
Is that game?
Yes. Definitely.
Jets at Packers.
Yeah, we got to do it. And hey folks, but maybe we'll do a show together in person.
Possibility.
Yes, I like it. I can see us in the same room. I have one computer here and one computer. Yes. Yeah, I always get excited, folks, when Gino comes out in the fall because he finally comes out after the heat dissipates a little bit. He's not about it in July and August. He's like, not doing it.
Not fun.
See, that's why I'm sending that heat yesterday to get him back. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Your grandma's the same way. I can't get either one of you to come out. I know at this time it's like, no. You guys are like, I'm good. I'm good where we're at.
Not right now. It's too hot out here even.
I know. That's what I said. It's crazy that you guys are getting that same thing. It's so bizarre because when she told me that, she called me. She called me yesterday and she's like, Gina, it's actually 103. I said, you're pulling my leg. I went to my app on my phone and it's like, I'm looking at it going, what the? And then I grabbed, I looked Palm Desert and it was, 103 also. And I went, And our humidity was the same too. Same humidity. It was trippy. It was trippy. But yeah, we're looking forward to a little reprieve on that heat. All of us, I know.
Excessive heat warning in effect until Friday.
Ugh, good Lord. So this is going to go until Friday, huh?
So 88 today, 87 tomorrow, 89 Wednesday, 88 Thursday, 91 Friday. And then 82 Saturday with possible rain as well.
Wow.
So right now it's 87 with 47% humidity.
Wow, it's pretty nasty. And here, I think it's going to be 117 for real. 117.
Nice and hot.
Yeah. In fact, I'm supposed to take Sophia out to the store after we're done with our podcast, and I'm thinking to myself, ugh. I feel like I'm lighting on fire. Yeah, I was invited to a barbecue. Sophia and I both were, because Bill's working, of course, as he always is. And, I said, barbecue when it's like 1:15? Are they out of their darn minds? I don't think so. I mean, I was like, so thank you so much for the invite. That's so sweet. But Gino and I happen to be doing the podcast, which was not a lie. So, but I thought to myself, even if we weren't, Gino, oh my, no. Would you go to a barbecue at 1:15?
I was forced to go, maybe.
Well, I'm never forced, but my friend, who I love to death, I'll give her a shout out, my friend Danielle, who's such a sweetheart, love her to death. But I had to decline on that because I know we were doing this, and plus I was thinking, I really wanted to. I mean, it's very sweet because she knew that Sophia and I didn't have like plans to go anywhere. But that's the whole idea that when it's that hot outside, you don't really want
to go anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, I want to just be inside and be comfortable. So the store will be the greatest adventure of the weekend. Isn't that exciting? But
yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. So, yeah, so that's going to be the only thing we're going to do because she's out of milk. She's like you were when you were a kid. Can't be out of milk. So yes. Speaking of indoor activities, any movies you've seen lately?
I have not recently watched a movie, no.
Well, I haven't gone to the theater, but I did watch last night the movie Elvis. And that was a really good film. Really enjoyed it. The guy, Austin, was it Austin, how do you say his name?
Butler.
Butler, I couldn't read that. Austin Butler, yeah, he did a great job. He was really, his performance matched like the guy that played Freddie Mercury from that movie, oh gosh, Bohemian Rhapsody. His performance is right up there with him. So I'm going to be really sad and disappointed if he doesn't get an Oscar for this movie because it was just, I mean, he just embodied Elvis, like his, the hair, the costumes, the movements, the gyrations, the thing that it was so controversial in those days, it was like such a big deal, it was just like, they made such a big deal out of that back then. But women went nuts for him. I mean, women went like literally like they were having like, convulsions just like watching him. I mean, there was women like in the audience, it was like, they're like, I mean, like, I don't think I've ever been, even the hottest professional athletes, I don't think I've been that cuckoo. I mean, like, come on now, right? Get a grip, get a clue. But that's how it was. He was like, oh, I almost said a bad word. Sorry, people. Censors had to get me there for a second. Yeah, he was the stuff. He was the stuff back in those days. Yeah, so that one was on HBO Max for anybody that's. Do we have anybody in the stream right now, or is there nobody watching us?
I don't think anybody's here.
Okay, we're just doing this for recording purposes only then. To put at least on my
What's
YouTube channel.
Tom Hanks's role in the movie?
Oh yeah, he was the manager. He was, because Tom Hanks. I mean, he never disappoints. His performances are all, top-notch performances, as you know. He played the manager, and the makeup, the costume that he was in, he was like, he had this weird look. I mean, they did prosthetics on him and stuff. I mean, he looked so different, but such a good job, too. Such a good job. He was kind of a weirdo, but, a lot of the people were around Elvis, as you know.
Right.
But yeah, that's I would say that's one of my, I'm going to call it like an early Oscar pick, would be this film. It's an early Oscar pick. So you haven't seen anything that's noteworthy lately, so
no.
We can move on to music. I know The Weeknd, who's one of my favorite artists, had to bow out of his concert because he said, what was it, his vocal issues? He had some...
Yeah, his voice went out or something.
Yeah, his voice went out, and And I'm thinking if I was there, I would have been so sad, because I just love, love, love him. And as I said last show, I was very jealous of my friend Lulu who went to go see him at Coachella. But I enjoyed the feed on YouTube. But I would love to see him someday in concert. I think it would be amazing. So those people, at least he refunded their money, and they get to go at a different time. But I'm sure he just felt so. And what I think happened is he probably thought he could carry on, but then when it came down to it, he just couldn't do it. Yeah, he just couldn't do it. His voice just gave out, or I mean, you hear this stuff sometimes. It's part of the game, right? It's part of it, but it's going to happen. But I'm sure he felt just horrible. I'm sure about it. But yeah, that was interesting. I heard about that, and I went, oh gosh, horrible. Yeah, as far as any new artists or anybody that you've come across, or
I mean, there's always see, I try to find stuff that's not, mainstream by any means, so, there's always things that I find, but nothing too super interesting, so.
I think that's caught your attention there.
I mean, there's stuff that I could send to you that maybe you would like or not like, but
Well, one of our favorite bands, Duran Duran's out on tour. Yeah.
They making any
cool.
stops this way?
Oh man, you know what? You and I have to go if it's. I'm telling you right now. I got dibs. I have to. We're getting tickets and we're going to go see them because I really would love that. I think that would be amazing. But yeah, I don't know if they're coming around our areas. I'd have to look up the concert schedule, but I think, wouldn't that be amazing to go see them? And for anyone who knows.
Let's see.
That's one of Gino and my favorite bands.
Hollywood Bowl.
At the Hollywood Bowl. Oh, that's a nice venue. Yeah, that would just be incredible to be able to go see them. It would be a dream. Because I'm trying to think I know my neighbor that when I was a kid and I was Sophia's age. I remember my neighbor. She went to go see them and I was heartbroken because I couldn't go. And I was like, oh man, you lucky girl, because that was definitely one of our favorite groups. My neighbor, we were really good friends. This neighbor girlfriend I had. But yeah, that would be something that would be really amazing because they put on a heck of a show. And they still sound like they did back in the 1980s. I've heard some of their local concert live things on this channel. It's on Sirius XM, First Wave Radio. Really good. Well, you've heard it with me. You listened to that channel with me before.
Yeah, of course. One of the better channels.
Yes, I really like that one. Plays a lot of the great 80s new wave that Gino and I enjoy. I'm trying to think, there's somebody else that might have gone back on a concert that I'm trying to think of. Another one of the 80s bands that going to remember, it's going to love me. Maybe it was Echo and the Bunnymen? I don't know. Somebody like that. Can't remember, but I know you have a couple things on my playlist from them. It's really good. Let's see. Yeah, you're not really interested in a lot of the new music, like the indie stuff, like Sophia likes, though, huh? You don't get into it.
No.
I know. I love girls. It's more for the girls because it's heartbreak and stuff like that. Like the Olivia Rodrigos and the.
Yeah.
I know that's more your sister's cup of tea. But there's an artist that was really good. I just bought her the CD at Barnes and Noble. Tate McRae. She's actually really got a great voice. She has some good music. But that's, I guess, one of the artists that is newer that she likes that I could give a shout out to. But yeah, I can't think of. I know there was going to be, I think, something on Paramount Plus, like a concert that. Oh, I'm trying to remember. See, this is your mother's brain. It is fried. See, the heat. I'm going to blame the heat. I'm going to blame the heat.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
heat.
also gonna blame the heat. I've been yawning all the time.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, gosh, oh man, yeah, running out of, I'm just like trying to rack my brain, like, new music or concerts that we get a lot of people that come out to the casinos out here. It's almost like those, the old has-beens. They come out.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
It's like those classic rock bands. They come out here a lot.
You go to Old Peopleville.
Yeah, pretty much. Gosh, who did I see that was coming out? I think Motley Crue. I don't know, maybe
Nice.
Motley Crue's. Yeah, I think Motley Crue was coming out to not Fantasy Springs, Aqua Caliente, the one by me.
Looks like you got Chicago on September 17th at
Chicago.
Fantasy Springs.
Oh my God! Oh, at Fantasy Springs. Yeah, I saw Journey tribute band last summer at Fantasy Springs. They call it the Rock Yards, and yeah, it's interesting, but it doesn't cost anything usually to go see it. But this might be a charged venue though, because it's more of a top name. It's not a cover band.
Tame Impala. I don't know if you know who that is.
Who?
Never mind. Tame Impala is the name.
Oh, Tame Impala. I know who that is.
Oh, okay.
I have heard.
Okay.
They're all alternative.
Yeah, Iggy Pop.
Iggy.
Silver Sun Pickups. Oh, here it is. October 7th. Yachtly Crew. At the South Coast Winery Resort and Spa.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Tom Jones.
Oh no, Tom Jones? You're kidding.
Uh,
Oh my God, Tom Jones. Little conversation.
Oh,
my
the
God.
Temptations in January.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The Temptations?
Yeah.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing them a little bit R&B soul, a little Motown. That'd be kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
Weekend of my birthday is the Joshua Tree Music Festival.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's at that? Who's performing at that one?
Let's see what it's all about. Wow, this looks like some... Talk about indie stuff. It's like, I don't know, a bunch of nobodies, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's interesting, like the interesting amount of just different kinds of music that comes out this way. I mean, it's I mean, obviously people know all the well-known stuff.
There's a festival at the end of the month at Dana Point. Looks like they got Stevie Nicks, Eddie Vedder, Jack White, Pink, Group Love. Yeah, a few names popping up over there. Dana Point.
That would be a fun one to go to, I think. Yeah, I think that would be fun to go see that. Yeah, because I love me some Stevie Nicks.
Duck Sauce is going to San Diego at the end of the month.
Oh, Duck Sauce. Yeah, Gino and I were fans of.
We were listening to his set at that Vegas.
Yes, on the way back
on the
from
radio.
Arizona. Back in May, on the way back from
Yeah.
Arizona, it was awesome. It was awesome because we got to hear. SiriusXM does play some cool live concerts. Duck Sauce was in Vegas, and we were coming back from Arizona that weekend of May 20th or something like that. And I remember Gino and I were getting into it because we like EDM.
I hear a cat behind you or something.
Oh, you heard a cat scratching my chair? This chair is so thrashed. But oh, is it Gracie?
Yeah, I think it's Gracie.
Hi, Gracie. You want to come up on the screen? We can call it our cat segment. The cat segment of our show. Here we go. Here's the cat segment of the show. Don't step on the keyboard.
It's Gracie.
Look, it's Gracie. Look, is she going to get the camera? Look, Gracie. Look. Gracie. Now it's a tail in my face. Now there's a tail in my face. Look at her. Look at her. She's so silly. Oh, great. We don't want your butt in the camera. Look. We'll call it the cat segment. We have to have a cat segment because you're part of the show, Gracie. How do you like that? How do you like being part of our show? You like it? It's the cat segment.
I think last time Katie was on, right?
Oh, yeah, Katie was, I think, on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the couch. But this time I could, she's just chilling right in front of me right now. Like, yeah, I guess I'll hang out with you too. You're not talking about stuff I'm interested in, but it's okay. That's okay. You know what, Gracie, you'll be our only audience. We have nobody watching us right now. Nobody's watching us. But yeah, we'll let her just participate in the show. Huh. Yeah, I know. I guess it's kind of a slow week. There's not too much going on for either one of us this Labor Day weekend.
Nope.
Either one of us. Speaking of Vegas or anything like that, we're just like, you realize it's the worst weekend to go out of town, like Labor Day weekend. Everybody and their brother goes out of town Labor Day weekend. So it's kind of a good thing that we're just laying low,
Yeah. Well, that's what my dad said, is he didn't want to travel because everyone's going to be traveling.
Yep, you betcha. So I don't know if there's any interesting headlines that we could talk about, because I know...
I didn't find anything too interesting, but...
Too interesting? Oh, man.
Just people dying as they do all the time.
Oh, geez, yeah, the usual stuff, huh? The usual gloom and doom, as I call it, Just the usual gloom and doom.
Stabbing in Saskatchewan province, Canada. Left 10 dead. There you go.
Oh, 10?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is that? Crap is that, Ugh.
Sean Penn and Ben Stiller permanently banned from Russia.
Why?
I don't know. I can click on the article and see.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. They just want to ban Western influence or something. I don't know.
Wow. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I should do something to my computer. I let this cat do something to my computer. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Really? Yeah, I don't think there's really like a whole heck of a lot going on.
No, just the only thing we pay attention to is sports anyway, so.
Exactly. I mean, shoot, people, if, hey.
Yeah, here's one that we talk about all the time, but it just reinforces our statement. Ultra-processed foods linked to heart disease, bowel cancer, and death. There you go.
Yep. That's why, I know initially we were saying we weren't going to really talk about our lifestyle, or our program, we'll call it, right? But that's something that Gino and I, we can proudly say that we stay away from all processed foods, anything like high sugar, all of that is garbage, people, for your body. Stop eating it just now. Like, I know, yeah, chips are good, they taste good, but now if I could just get your sister on board, but she might starve to death because you know how she is. But I'm hopeful someday that she'll do what we're doing, which, I will say, and this is another thing people don't understand, like, what they don't understand is that, like, all this processed food, fast food, chemicals in like the meat that you get at a lot of these fast food places, folks, is just going to kill you. I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, it's one thing to have an occasional hot dog at a ball game, but you don't want to have that as like your regular diet. You don't want to be eating hot dogs. You don't want to be binging on chips and French fries, and I mean, Gino and I could, and we are. What is that? Practice what we preach, right?
Yep.
You and I both. I think we've lost a combined total of weight. Like you're down about what, 35 pounds, something like that now.
Yeah, 35.
35. Okay, and your mom, which I told you this morning, what I was down to. So now I'm from last year at this time, I'm down probably 18 pounds. So I'm very proud of myself. And I know that Gino has a point, folks. It's all that processed garbage, sugars, things of that nature. That is what kills you and what packs on pounds. And, I know I would say that, we're going to lose some people, but I don't care. Because we're just doing it for their own good, right?
Yep.
To help them out. You want to live, then you got to, our lifestyle is the way to do it. Now, I've admitted that, sometimes I've had a problem, cutting out drinking, but that only helps you too, as we all know. It's all common sense. You can have an occasional, occasional glass of wine, Prosecco, whatever, but you got to stay away from.
But occasional to me is like
That's the key.
Extreme
Occasional,
rarity.
Special occasions, I think that's the kind of drinker that I want to be. I want to, going forward, because he knew I got a little bit off the rails in the month of July, but I told him, I promised him, Mama's back full effect in August, and I've been really kicking butt, and I'm just like, you know what, I don't got time to mess around. I feel better, because that's one thing that I will say to people, that processed stuff makes you feel sluggish, you bloated, you just don't look good, bottom line. I mean, if you concerned, like, Gino and I were very concerned about our appearances.
Yeah.
That's who we are. But
look good, feel good, though, is what they say.
Thank you. Look good, you feel good. And Gino is 110% correct. So I'm always willing to go on record and brag about our lifestyle. And because that's what it is. It's a lifestyle. He's right. You don't call it a diet. You don't call it. It's a lifestyle. I like our lifestyle because you just feel good, look good. And honestly, it definitely, it's weird, but you sleep better. I know I do. Have you noticed a difference in your sleep patterns too? I just feel like it makes you sleep better too when you're doing it right.
Yeah. I mean, there's other factors to that, but you want to sleep well anyway, so.
Exactly, because that all kind of goes hand in hand. Oh, and then the fasting. Let's throw that in there, people. Gino and I, we would basically never eat before noon. I mean, it's kind of like a rule that we have. We're just no breakfast at all, period. And it's very successful. It's very good for anti-aging, because, hey, look at his mom, right? No one thinks I'm my age. Nobody thinks I'm my age. So, and that's without any procedures and any of that BS. So, as long as mom stays away from the bar, I'm good, because that really was my only, I guess call it Achilles heel that I had to curb. But the processed food, I don't miss it. Like I was looking at like Sophia's chips the other day. And you know what I did though? This will make you laugh. I like when I opened the bag for her, I just took a sniff. I smelled it. That was my way. Oh, okay, my craving is satisfied. I'm good now. Sniff the bag. I sniffed the bag. But there's times where I know he's like me, where we'll miss our pasta. Certain sometimes, right? Like there'd be times where like him and I kind of, or how about pizza? Because I'm gonna be honest, I miss pizza.
Pizza's good. I like pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest, like him and I do have occasional cheat days. We both do. We're human beings. But it's like he said, it has to be very rare. It can't be every weekend. It can't be, oh, it's Friday night, I'm gonna have a few brewskis. No, you can't. You can't do that stuff. You have to really be solid, right? You have to stay solid, because you're only gonna like do yourself a disservice if you get back into those bad patterns, those bad habits. Because I know, oh, here comes the cat again. Here comes the cat again. So, have we been talking for too long? See the timer where we're at. I don't know where we're at.
We're 40 minutes.
40?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we're running a little short because there's not that much interesting. But you're right. We could have talked about sports more because I know that's definitely something we love to go on about.
Well,
we could talk about.
We can give our projections for the sports, I guess. Like who's
Yes. Let's do it.
Who's who
To see
in each sport.
Yes, let's do it. We're gonna finish the show with talking about our predictions.
All right, who makes it from the AL East then? I think the Yankees are winning the division, and I think Tampa Bay I think is gonna make the playoffs. And I hope Baltimore would be cool to see them make the playoffs, but
yes, I know. I really want that for Bill's sake because he's really jonesing. I mean, it's been a while for the poor guy, you know. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna put Yankees all the way to the
World Series.
Yes, I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stand behind that. I'm standing behind that pick.
What about the Central? It's a pretty tight race. You got Cleveland's only half a game ahead of the Twinkies, and Chicago's only 2 games back. If I had to choose a team, I think Cleveland will win the division, but it's going to be very close.
Yeah, it's going to be tight, but I'm going to actually go with the Twinkies.
Yeah, you're going to go with the Twinks?
I am.
And then, of course, I don't think anyone's going to contest that Houston's going to win the West as much as we don't want them to. But
I know. Unfortunately, as much as it pains me to say it.
But Seattle's been super hot. They could definitely take a wild card spot. They're in first in the wild card right now, I think. So
okay.
Hopefully they meet up with Houston in the playoffs and beat them.
Oh, wouldn't that be?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That would be beautiful, Gino.
NL East, you got Mets in first right now. Atlanta only a game back. I think the Mets are definitely going to win the division, but Atlanta's probably going to make Atlanta's going to win the wild card. They're 10.5 games up, so I think the Mets are still better than the Braves, though. If I had to choose.
I do too. I'm going to go with the Mets. I'm going to agree with you on that one too.
And in the Central, you got St. Louis is 8 games up on Milwaukee. I don't know if Milwaukee is going to make a run. I don't think either of those teams are too particularly strong when it comes to a playoff run. But, yeah, I mean, I can readdress that since I'm probably going to see the Cardinals play the Dodgers in a few weeks here. So, and that'll be much closer to the playoffs last week of September. So.
Yeah.
And then finally, you're saying the Braves are going to beat the Mets? The Phillies aren't going to make the playoffs. And then you got Dodgers are obviously going to win the division, and then Padres probably make the wild card.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's defending World Series champs? Oh yeah, the Braves. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that too. Yeah, Gino's pretty much choosing the same thing I would choose.
My dad says that the Braves are gonna make a run just because they're defending world champs. Oh, did you know that your former team guy, Kenley Jansen, is leading the league in saves?
Is he?
Yeah.
Years after he leaves the Dodgers.
It wasn't bad on the Dodgers, but they didn't
No, it
want to.
wasn't.
They didn't want to hold on to him.
Yeah, they didn't want to keep him.
I mean, they
though,
didn't get a
so-
bad replacement, right? They got Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, Kimbrel, he's such a trip though, isn't he?
Yeah.
I always like, just his wind up is just the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Huh?
That's why the Dodgers
Henley?
wanted too much.
Yeah.
Oh, he wanted too
but
much
I mean, he's the best going. So
In the league?
yeah, he has the most saves
Over, what's his name?
over anybody.
How many?
41 or something crazy. He's having a heck of a year. Maybe it's 31, but it's the most regardless.
It's not crazy. Mariano had
One time, yeah.
not one time.
Anyway, football. Who's winning the AFC East? I'm gonna say Bills pretty easy.
Who you
Yeah.
think?
Okay, you're the odd man out on that one.
He's picking the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AFC North. That division's tough
How come no one likes Miami?
because they're terrible.
Not terrible. They got a good quarterback.
Good
They picked
quarterback.
They
Are you,
picked up the
are you
receiver
serious?
from Kansas City.
They have. That's it. They have Tyreek Hill. They have Xavier Howard on
Tyreek Hill
defense.
is a lot.
They have one like
If
pro
Tyreek Hill runs on you,
one
you're
Pro
done.
Bowler defender and one Pro Bowl wide receiver.
They're gonna run,
That's their whole
they're
team.
gonna run and gun with him, run and shoot option. They're gonna run the reversals, all kinds of stuff with Tyreek.
I think the Jets are going to at least split with the Dolphins, maybe even take two. That's my
very
opinion.
optimistic, Mr. Jets fan. Two from Miami.
It's
Miami.
unlikely, but they're gonna at least split. They're not gonna
Miami
lose
down
two games to
in the
Miami.
armpit of Florida is usually like 6-2 down.
Let's see what they were
tough.
last year.
Tough to win in Miami.
At home, they were 6-3. Yeah,
Yeah, see,
not bad.
that's because of the extra. Otherwise they'd be-
AFC North. It's got to be the Bengals. Joe Burrow and that squad. They're really good. Everyone else is not as good. What do you think?
Oof. It's not going to be the Steelers.
No, they don't. They don't have Roethlisberger. They don't really have anything anymore.
Yeah, then I'm just going to have to
No
agree
one
with
can
you.
beat Baltimore anymore.
You're saying Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Baltimore.
Who you
Okay,
say?
so we're
Bengals.
Uh-uh.
They got the best squad going in there.
No, the Baltimore.
And-
has-
Who
Lamar
name
Jackson.
more than one player on Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
More than one player. That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter if I can name more than one.
It does matter because that means that the Bengals, who I can name Burrow, Mixon, Boyd, Higgins, Jamar Chase, Offensive Rookie of the Year, they got a squad.
So does Baltimore.
They have.
They were in second
Lamar
place
Jackson.
last year.
Did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, they made the play. They make the playoffs.
No, they were in last place.
Lamar Jackson got hurt.
Baltimore
That's
got
why.
last place. Anyways,
Lamar Jackson got hurt.
AFC South. This division got interesting only because the Colts
did?
have Matt Ryan. They replaced one old man with another old man.
Oh,
They went from Phillip Rivers to Matt Ryan. So they're the favorites. I think they will win. Tennessee
they
actually.
will not win.
Tennessee-
Indianapolis will not win.
Tennessee.
I guarantee you that of every division, the Colts winning that division is the least likely.
Okay.
Matt Ryan will not finish the season, and the running back, who's their best player, Josh Jordan, is it?
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. He will have a good year, but he will not go over 1,500 yards. And the best running back in the league is still in Tennessee.
I was gonna say I like Tennessee because of Derrick Henry, who's very good. It's
He
gonna
got
be a
hurt
race
last
between the
year,
Colts and the
though.
Titans.
Who's their quarterback?
I'm gonna go
Deshaun
Titans.
Watson?
Uh,
But he's
no,
going
it's
through
not
all that
Deshaun.
turmoil,
It's not
right?
Deshaun Watson.
Who's in Tennessee?
Find out right now. It's not Tannehill anymore. Because he was very good for them.
Yeah. Not as good
Better than that.
as for the Jets. And he went 10-6. Amish rifle.
It is still Tannehill. So yeah, I do actually like Tennessee to win that division. And though it's gonna be very close between the Colts and the Titans.
No, it's not gonna be.
It's gonna be like Titans 11-5, Colts 10-6,
6 and
or
11.
11-6, and the
6-11.
no, they're gonna go 10-7 at
You're
least.
relying on Matty Ice to play 6.
I didn't know he was going to start an argument.
He hasn't even
he's not that
he's not
good.
even injury prone. When has he
He's
not
not
played a
good.
whole season? He's better
Since
than
he's
15.
Like 42 right now.
He's better than he's in the top half of the
He's a year
NFL.
younger than Tom Brady.
He's not that old. He's in the
pretty
top.
old.
He's in the top half of the NFL for quarterbacks. He's like
What?
15 or 14.
What? I can name 30
16.
quarterbacks better than Matty Ice.
Name 30 quarterbacks that are starting
Justin
today.
Herbert, John Burrow, the guy in San Francisco, Giovanni or whatever his name.
I wouldn't.
He's better
no,
than Matty
no,
Ice. He's better
no,
than Matty Ice. He's
no,
way better than
no,
Matty Ice.
no.
He's won more games in the last 3 years
No.
than Matty Ice has.
Wasn't San Francisco awful last year?
He got hurt. He was out most of the year.
I think even when he played, he was
No,
losing.
Garofalo is better than Matty
I
Ice.
don't think so.
For sure. David Carr,
Break it up, guys.
Russell Wilson.
Break up the fight. Let's break up the fight.
Heck, I even think the backup in Denver, what was his name last year? The guy that played last year in Denver?
Drew
Teddy
Lock?
Bridgewater.
Oh, no, that was the
Teddy
starter.
Bridgewater
He
is
got
better than
hurt.
Matty Ice.
Maybe.
You guys,
Yeah, and he's a backup now. Then you got the kid in Dallas, Drew something.
Dak Prescott.
Zach Prescott is better than Matty Ice. The kid in Miami, Poe or something, he's better than Matty Ice.
Tua Tagovailoa?
Tua Tagovailoa, yep, he's better than Matty Ice.
No.
The kid in New England, Wilson,
You mean Mac Jones?
Mac Jones, he's proven to be
In what regard?
in yards, completion percentage, quarterback rating, everything that he ever did last year. He was Rookie of the Year, I think. Then you have Lamar Jackson in Baltimore is better than that. You have Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. You
MVP?
have, I think Trubisky's going to be better than Matty Ice.
God.
And he's getting a starting nod, too.
Where is that again? Oh, the Steelers.
The Steelers. Steelers are a good team. and
No.
well coached.
They have a good
Trubisky's a
coach,
good
but they don't have a
quarterback.
good team.
They have a
Trubisky
good
is
team.
not a good quarterback.
He's decent enough that with good coaching,
That he has a starting job in the NFL,
Yeah.
but that's about all you can say.
and with good coaching, Matty Ice is better than the Jets starter, the Giants starter, and about 5 other guys, and that's it. He's
Jacksonville,
25th in the
Houston.
league. Matty Ice, 25th best quarterback.
I don't think he's that bad.
How could he be better than that?
He's like
he lost
16.
the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. He only made it one time in his whole career by a fluke.
Yeah.
He had nothing to do with it. He had a great receiving core and a good defense, and they've never made it after that. Now Atlanta, without him on it, is last place team in the league.
Yeah, it makes you think that, oh, he was the one that actually
No,
was
he
decent.
wasn't the one. He was the one that was holding them back. Now they got to rebuild their entire franchise. The only team in the NFL right now that reloaded at quarterback is Los Angeles Chargers. And I guess you could say the Rams, but that was by trade. Chargers actually did it by draft. Drafted Phillip Rivers, drafted Justin Herbert 17 years later.
SportingNews.com has Matt Ryan at 17.
That's less than half of the quarterback.
Yeah, right in the middle, though.
Yeah, right in the middle. Herbert will make him look terrible. think the Chargers play the Colts
Do they?
this year. Yeah, it's AFC.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you play
We
them.
play almost every AFC.
No. Chargers schedule.
They play the South.
They do play the South. Week 16.
They'll beat the entire South Division. Chargers. Big Ten on. What else is
Garbage. Houston and
Houston,
Jacksonville.
Jackson. They can't beat those now. They might lose to a Jackson.
Because that's
Because
just
I
how
heard
they do.
Jacksonville's an upstart team. That's how the Chargers.
The Chargers like to play to the level of their opponent.
Well, they always have one blunder.
Or sometimes
They'll
multiple.
beat Tennessee and smash Derrick Henry in the mouth. Come back and. It's true. They've done it
Yeah, I know.
throughout history.
Their last 4 games of their schedule is quite tough. Tennessee, Indianapolis, Los Angeles Rams, and Denver Broncos.
Wow, they got the right.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Well, we both agreed that Green Bay would be the front runners in the NFC, right?
Joey Bosa,
Yeah, I like Green Bay in the NFC.
For the NFC.
Green Bay overall.
Yeah.
Over everybody.
Yeah.
To go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Are you smoking something?
Nope.
Green
You like the Chargers, so.
No, I didn't say anything.
Well, who's winning the AFC?
I didn't say anything yet.
You have to give a preseason prediction.
Okay, well, I'm not going to just throw it out there. I'm going to talk about it. I still like Baltimore a lot. I like Tennessee out east. I like Miami a lot, although a lot of people don't like them. They're an upstart team. They got a young, good quarterback, and they got good receivers.
Maybe you can say they'll make
They
the
got good
playoffs, but getting to the
receivers.
Super Bowl, there's
I
no
didn't say
way.
it. I didn't say Super Bowl. I said Baltimore, Tennessee, Miami, Los Angeles.
The question
Las
is,
Vegas is gonna be
who's
up there.
winning the AFC?
End of the day, I think
Okay.
There you go. He likes the Chargers.
On that note, we probably should
and the
get this
reason
a
why
wrap
is I think
before you guys
they've
get a
got the
fisticuff.
game plan of now and the future. You're not going to see any fullbacks on rosters. They don't have a fullback. A lot of teams are still carrying the mythical fullback. They've got 2 tight ends
70%
healthy.
of rosters.
They're not going to run a 3 tight end set. They're not going to jam it down anybody's street. They've got the roster built for the future. It's going to be a pass-catching running back, pass-catching tight ends. You're not going to have more than 5 guys blocking for the quarterback. You're going to have a 6-man receiving corps. Running back, your tight end, your 2 receivers, maybe 3. You're going to have 5 and 6 guys running out in the pattern every time. They're going to get somebody open, complete a short pass, and look for yak yards from Eckler. Look for yak yards from Keenan Allen, who's good at it, and Mike Williams, who's also good. And they've got a big tight end that's going to catch and get those key first downs and key 5-6 yard catches to keep the ball moving. They're not going to run the football. And that's the difference between them and Tennessee and Indianapolis and all that. That those teams are going back in the past to put up big, strong running games, fullbacks, 2-3 tight end sets, 2 wide receiver sets, 1 wide receiver set. That's the days of the past. That's when you had Sweetness, O.J. Simpson, and Jim Brown and things like that. You don't have that anymore. The future is guys like Eckler, who's going to catch the ball for 900 yards, 8 touchdowns, and maybe pop in a couple of touchdowns running the ball because you're not expecting them to run. But that's the roster of the future. Chargers have the roster of the future. Plus, they've got a coach that's got nads to go for it on 4th down. And I think that could make a big difference, too. The 3rd year of Herbert.
I think
Herbert's
that's
in his 3rd year.
their weakest point of their team is their
The
coaching
coach.
staff.
The staff or the head coach?
Right.
At least the head coach, but it could
Why
be the
is
whole
he a
staff.
weak point?
Because there's
Basically,
so they could. That team should have had 12 wins last year, but because of coaching decisions, they lost so many
They've
games.
got a very young quarterback.
That was not their issue. That was far from their issue.
Well, their defense was.
There was very many
Their kicking game wasn't very
big
good.
controversial plays where
He
they
couldn't
they do
trust
weird
the field
things.
goal team to come out and
you never can. They can't hire a kicker for some reason, so you got to charge some personnel management with that
Okay.
issue.
But I'm
So
saying that's why he went on fourth down a lot of times.
So
Because they couldn't rely on the field goal. I think he just wants to go for it on fourth down. That's offense has to pose. If you look at their roster, they went after a strong offensive line, strong tight end to pass catch, and they chased these guys, young roster, rookies in a lot of positions. We're going to see how they come out. If they come out rookie of the year status, somebody steps up and makes big plays, they have the opportunity, i.e. Hunter Henry and his, they're going to go to the playoffs, and they're going to be right there in the running for the. I think it's Cincinnati, Baltimore, LA, Tennessee, Miami's going to be there.
not even the Chiefs.
Look for an upstart Vegas team. Denver could be there. The Chiefs might drop down to the AFC West. I think the Chargers go into Arrowhead second week, smack them in. They're going to miss Tyreek Hill more than they know. Their running game is soft. Can't rely on just one guy. And now they got Pat.
They still have the best
Not much
tight end in
else.
the AFC.
Yeah, but the Chargers have been known to stop him. Can't stop anybody else, but they've been known to stop him. They got a game plan to do it.
Did they lose both of them to the Chiefs
No,
last
they
year?
beat him in Arrowhead last year.
But then lost at home.
Lost at home. Barely at the end. That was one of the games you would have said that the coach was, and they probably should have won. I don't think 12, but they should have won it. 10 would have got them to. They won 9 and they lost the last game to Vegas.
Yeah. That was another one
Even
they
if
shouldn't
they
have lost.
tied that game,
Yeah, they would have made the
got in.
playoffs, but again, coaching decision.
You get into the playoffs and anything.
all right.
Coaching decision, they decided to call timeout. That may have not been his choice. I don't know. I think LA's got a shot as good as anybody. They're picked fourth on your little thing,
On my little thing.
your NFL thing. They're picked fourth
In the AFC.
in the whole AFC.
Yeah.
Behind the Colts, who's like dreaming that Matty Ice. He'll play like
When has
6
he
games.
missed games?
He's not, but he's never played at 42.
He's not 42, he's like
He's gotta be
38.
42. He's as old as Phillip Rivers.
They didn't
came
come in the
league
same
at the
year.
same time.
I don't think so.
Pretty close. Phillip Rivers and Matty Ice. They're 2 years apart.
37.
37. 4 years after Phillip Rivers.
Came in 08.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers was years behind. He played a few. 06 was 14. Schottenheimer, they're better than Bobby Rowe. I see that.
This list has Ryan ahead of Winston, Tannehill, Mac Jones, Carson Wentz,
Mac Jones.
Tua Tagovailoa, Justin
No,
Fields, Zach Wilson,
no.
Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Mitchell
Baker
Trubisky,
Mayfield isn't even in the league.
Marcus Mariota, Daniel Jones, Davis Mills, and Drew Lock. Baker Mayfield's a starter for the Panthers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I moved over. How long will that
I don't know.
last? As long as Patty Ice, good. Not as good as Philip Rivers. Good enough to go 6 in a
They're gonna have a winning record.
No way.
Yeah.
There's no way they have.
Yes.
Oh,
Jonathan Taylor has a.
He just did.
gentlemen.
What's up?
I said we probably should wrap our show up. You guys are
Yeah.
gonna sit there and argue all afternoon. On that note, we will talk to you guys in the next show and watch our social media. Subscribe to Gino's channels.
Have a better record than
Say bye to the cats.
Heck, I'm almost willing to put money that the Colts don't have a better record than the Jets.
He's not going to stop it.
No, he never does.
Huh?
All right. Well, we better say goodbye because we're past the hour mark.
Yeah.
So,
I never do what?
kid.
All
Tell
right.
him. Tell him.
Huh?
All right. It was nice.
Never do
Gina's
what?
signing off.
Back
And
it up.
Gino
Yep.
signing off. Yeah, we're going to
That's
pack
not
it up
true.
now.
Back it up.
All right. Everyone have a good rest of their Labor Day. And we will see you in the next show, Richie.
Yep.
All right.
All right. See ya.